So as far as ranking off-page and on-page SEO, what we're going to do is I'm going to look at creating an optimal experience for the viewer. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to upload a video here, and this is just going to be a test video just so I can show you, how everything operates and the steps that you need to take as you're uploading these videos. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my video. And before I upload my video, what I want to do is I want to check and make sure that my file name makes sense. So usually whenever you output or create a video, it'll be like, especially on your mobile phone or on a camera, it'll be like move 187764. It'll be a random number like that. So what you want to do is you want to rename your video to a name that makes sense for the video and contains at least one keyword that you're searching for. Now, this isn't completely crucial, but it really helps get your mindset correct for uploading these videos, and it also makes it easier to find on your hard drive later. So what I'm going to do, I have a video example here, and so I'm just going to rename this. And so I've named this HD 1080p, and then it's just kind of a test video. So this is HD 1080p free video test file for download. And so then I'm just going to hit open here, and it's going to upload it. And then what you're going to do is while your video is uploading, you want to look at a couple of different things. The first thing is going to be the title. Now, the title is the first thing that YouTube and your viewers are going to see. This is what is going to show up in the search results. This is also what will create the page title that'll show up across the top bar. It'll also show up in bold right above the video. So you want to make sure you put keywords in your title, but you want it to make sense and you want to make sure that it describes the video. So this is why I usually recommend creating your title, at least a shorter version of your title, as your video name. So then whenever you upload it, you'll notice that it automatically used the title from the video. And then what you want to do is you want to create your description. Now, your description is the only other text on the video page that you have control over. Everything else, the layout, all that kind of stuff, YouTube takes control of. And what you want to do is you want to put keywords in your description. And what these will do, the reason that this is so powerful is these keywords will show up if they match what a viewer was searching for. They will show up in bold on that user's search area. So for example, if you do video, let's say I do how to create good quality video. If somebody searched for good quality video, then good quality video will show up in bold under their search. So what you want to do is you want to put 300 to 500 words in this description area. This doesn't need to be a transcription of your video. It just needs to be a short and sweet description of the video. So it doesn't need to be a transcription. It needs to be a description. Probably only 20% of the people on YouTube will read this, but this is very, very powerful and important for SEO and for ranking. You can also put links in here, and links are very good. It shows user interaction, and it will enable you to ask for interaction after the video, but the link needs to be relevant to what the video is. So if the video again is about rabbits and you have a how to create good video underneath the video, unless the video was an example of bad video, that link doesn't make sense there. So they do allow you to add links, but you want to make sure that these links add to your video. The other thing that you're going to do is you're going to want to put tags in here. Now you want to have at least 10 of these for it to be useful. And the way you put tags in here, you just type in video and then you can hit comma, you can also hit enter. But what you also want to do, you'll notice I put video in there. This is also plural sensitive, singular plural sensitive. So if you put computer or you put video, I recommend putting videos as well. So then if somebody searches for videos, this video will come up as well. These tags must be relevant to your video, and hopefully this is where your research came in, to see what your ideal viewer is and what they're looking for, what they're searching for, because you want to target, and this is the best way to target your ideal viewer, because you're not trying to get everybody searching on YouTube. You're trying to get people searching on YouTube for whatever you have created. So in this instance, it's how to create good quality video. That is who I'm targeting. I don't want to just put in here how to, because that's going to get how to build a bicycle or how to fix a car or how to drill a hole. You don't want all those. What you want is you want specific keywords that make sense to your video and your ideal viewer. And then the other thing that you're going to want to check is you're also going to make sure that it's public so people can publicly search for it. And then you also want to check and make sure that you add this to the correct category. So for example, mine is going to be how to and style, but whatever category best fits your video, that's a category that you're going to want it to go in. Again, remember, you're trying to get your targeted viewer, not just any viewer. And then you're also have an option down here to create a good video thumbnail. And once you create more, had I not just created this account, my other YouTube accounts have an option here where you can upload a thumbnail. So I can create another thumbnail if I don't like any of these three. I can create one, or I can grab a screenshot of it and upload that. The more videos that I put on here, once I get to 3 or 5 or 6, and I start having some viewers on here, YouTube will reward me with this and a couple of other perks. But YouTube wants to make sure that you're a real person and that you are going to be actively involved in YouTube. So this one right here is probably going to be the best thumbnail. You want to grab a thumbnail that grabs the viewer's eyes. So if it's an informational, you want attention, or you want bright colors, contrast, something that sparks the user's interest. And so you also notice here that all changes are saved. If they're not, you can hit this button right here, turns green, you can hit save. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up this video page here. And so you can see here that my video title is in bold. It's the big video title. And then you'll also notice that it's the title up here at the top. But another powerful tool that you have with YouTube is what they'll do is they will actually put in here captions. They will scan your video and they will use a voice to text recognition software to add in a transcription and add in this text for people who can't hear. But the other thing that this does is this is what YouTube uses to index your video. The only problem with this is it's not very accurate. It's not very accurate at all. So what I would recommend is either have someone transcribe this for you. You can always do it yourself, or you can have a service online do it. And there's a whole bunch of different services. You can just kind of search for transcription. You can have it done on Fiverr or wherever. Because what YouTube will do is YouTube will use the transcription as keywords. So everything that you say in your video becomes a keyword. This is super, super powerful because think about all the keywords that you have in your video. Every time you talk, every time you use the word video or how to, things like that, all those become keywords, and it creates a better search experience for your viewer. And so what you're going to do is you're going to add your captions here, and you can transcribe and sync. And if you give it a little while, YouTube will usually do this for you, but that's how you can come in through here and edit it. The other option you have is you can come back to the add captions and you can upload a file. But YouTube makes it super easy for you to be able to create that transcription yourself. All right, so then once you're done with your transcription, you're just gonna hit the back button there and it'll take you back to your main page. Now remember, we talked about user engagement, and user engagement is something that you don't have any control over. I have no control over any of these videos over here that YouTube puts up. I have no control over the comments. I have no control over the likes, all that kind of stuff. But what I can do is I can influence it. So what I can do in my video, I can create an annotation, which is just as easy as doing this, hitting the plus button there. I'm just going to hit pause so the video doesn't play. And I load it out almost to the end here. And I'm going to add a new annotation. I'm going to create a speech bubble. If you like this video, please add it to your favorites. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right here. And so now you'll see it's kind of like a little timeline editor here. So if I back this up a little bit, you'll see the annotation pop up over the video as it closes out. So you can see that the video, as it comes out there, And I'll probably back it up so it stays on the screen a little bit longer. So what you're doing there is you're asking for viewer engagement. And so this enables you to ask your viewers to do something for you, whether it be to add it to your favorites or whether it be to subscribe to your channel, to like the video, to add a comment. Another thing you can do is you can also even ask for video comments. So if you do something in there that warrants a video comment or a video response, YouTube allows your viewers to be able to do that. You can also ask them to share it on social media, and that can create your video to go viral. One thing though, if you do ask for comments, what you want to do is you want to respond to every single comment that somebody puts on here. So that shows that if they have a question or they have a comment, that you're always there and you're always responding to them. If you do ask for a video response and somebody does do it, YouTube sees that as very, very valuable and that your video is very powerful and that the person really liked it to spend the time to do a video response. It's a lot more difficult than, just typing out a text response. And the biggest thing here is that if you don't ask the audience for involvement, if you don't ask them to do something, they won't. 99% of the time, if you don't ask your audience to do something, if you don't ask a viewer to do it, even if they like the video, they won't do it. But if you ask for it, then you exponentially increase the likelihood of the viewer engaging with you, whether that be creating likes, adding it to your favorites, subscribing, all that kind of stuff. All right, so that's on-page SEO with YouTube.